Kim Taehyung, known worldwide as V of BTS, once again created a moment that transcended boundaries at Love Your W 2025 by W Korea. When the full video showcasing his singing and dancing was finally released, the internet collectively held its breath. The lights, the sound, and his quiet yet magnetic presence merged into something far greater than a performance. It became living art. Across social media, the video spread like wildfire. Within hours, thousands of comments poured in. Magical. A masterpiece. He owns the stage. Fans were captivated, but beneath the viral excitement lay something deeper. A reflection of who Kim Taehyung truly is as an artist, not merely as a global idol. The aura of the stage. When the lights dimmed and silence settled over the crowd, the atmosphere shifted into a state of anticipation so thick it was almost tangible. And then, a single spotlight. Out of the darkness stepped Taehyung, each movement deliberate, graceful, and calm. There was no rush in his stride, no hesitation in his presence. He simply was. The audience erupted into applause, and as the first notes of the music began, the world around him seemed to slow down. Cameras rose, eyes followed, and the air filled with something electric yet delicate. It wasn't just excitement, it was awe. Taehyung's voice carried through the space, rich and textured, deep yet tender. His baritone tone filled every corner of the venue, vibrating softly in the air. Each phrase was more than melody. It was emotion, carefully layered with restraint and release. His voice could be a whisper or a storm, sometimes both in the same line. But it wasn't only his voice that told the story. His movements did too. Subtle gestures, an extended hand, a tilt of the head, a slow turn, became words in a language of motion. He didn't dance to entertain, he danced to express. And when his gaze finally met the camera, time froze. Millions of viewers around the world would later replay that moment, feeling the same shiver of connection. That rare intimacy when an artist looks not at you but into you. Love Your W beyond a campaign. Love Your W has always been more than a fashion event. Hosted annually by W Korea, it's an intersection of art, fashion, and awareness. A platform where creativity becomes advocacy. Its 2025 edition embraced the theme of time, grace, and allure, exploring the beauty of individuality and artistic courage. This year, Taehyung stood at the heart of it. Chosen as one of the main symbols of the campaign, he embodied its essence effortlessly. He wasn't just attending, he was the message. His natural elegance, emotional vulnerability, and unspoken power represented what W called the wonder of grace in motion. Alongside him, BTS members RM and J-Hope also attended, showing quiet support. Their presence added warmth to the event. Three lifelong friends who had shared stages across the world, now reunited under the golden glow of Korea's fashion elite. The sight of them together stirred nostalgia among fans. A subtle reminder that no matter how far they go individually, their bond remains unshaken. The flow of the performance. Every second of Taehyung's stage felt like a painting that had come to life. As the music swelled, the lighting shifted from soft amber to deep sapphire tones, tracing his silhouette like brushstrokes. There came a moment, brief but unforgettable, when he stopped moving. He simply stood, closed his eyes, and breathed. The crowd held its breath too. That stillness was not empty. It was full of emotion, like the silence between heartbeats. Then the rhythm returned, and with it Taehyung's energy rose again, fluid, commanding yet serene. His dance was both precise and poetic. Every motion flowed seamlessly into the next. A slow step forward, a turn, a reach. His hands spoke as eloquently as his voice, shaping invisible emotions in the air. It was as if he was telling a story without words. Of longing, of grace, of something that lives between joy and melancholy. When the final chorus arrived, the music built into a storm of sound. Taehyung's voice soared above it, steady and strong, before landing softly on the last note. He ended the performance with a dramatic pose, still, elegant, and eternal. The lights faded to black and the room exploded into applause. The viral phenomenon. When the full video was uploaded, the internet erupted. On TikTok, Short clips of his expressive movements and soulful expressions filled For You pages worldwide. On X, formerly Twitter, hashtags like #4W2025, #TaehyungLoveYourW, and #TheStageOffB dominated global trends. Fans from Seoul to Sao Paulo shared their reactions, from tears to stunned silence. "You don't watch Taehyung," one comment said. "You feel him." Media outlets quickly picked up the wave. Rolling Stone Korea praised the stage as a fusion of music and mood. Vogue Asia called it a moment that redefines male elegance. On Reddit, fans dissected every frame, analyzing his gestures, his styling, even the color symbolism in his lighting. The performance became more than just viral content. It became cultural commentary, artistry, and identity. What set this performance apart was its honesty. Taehyung wasn't trying to be anyone else. He wasn't performing to impress. He was expressing to connect. His artistry has always been rooted in authenticity, that rare combination of control and freedom. Over the years, fans have seen his evolution, from the wide-eyed dreamer of BTS's early days to the introspective artist who now finds beauty in simplicity. At Love Your W 2025, he wasn't chasing spectacle. He was presenting truth. His voice, that deep and velvety baritone, has become his signature instrument. But beyond tone, it's the emotion behind it that resonates. You can hear the years of growth, the quiet confidence of someone who has learned that vulnerability is strength. Every element of the performance, from costume to lighting, reflected that same maturity. The outfit was simple yet refined, a black tailored ensemble that framed his movement without overpowering it. No excessive jewelry, no flamboyant details. Just him, raw, refined, and radiant. Technical mastery and aesthetic vision. From a production standpoint, the performance was cinematic perfection. The camera angles moved like choreography themselves, gliding around him in slow motion, zooming in at key emotional beats. Lighting played the role of a silent partner, sometimes shadowing his face in mystery, sometimes bathing him in pure white light that mirrored the emotional peaks of the song. The sound engineering was impeccable. His live vocals were crisp and balanced, blending seamlessly with the instrumental while maintaining natural resonance. Every breath, every soft inflection was captured with clarity. The visual palette of the stage, a mix of monochrome tones accented with gold light, complemented his aesthetic perfectly. It was understated luxury, just like Taehyung himself. Minimalist on the surface, deeply layered underneath. Iconic moments to remember. There are certain moments from the stage that fans will never forget. The first, that gaze. When Taehyung looked directly into the camera for several seconds, his expression unreadable yet deeply moving, viewers described it as soul-piercing. It wasn't dramatic. It was disarming in its stillness. The second, the unexpected high note. Midway through the performance, he hit a soaring note that silenced the crowd. It wasn't about vocal power alone. It was about timing, emotion, and control. The third, the ending pose. He stood motionless, hand over heart, eyes lowered. The room went silent before bursting into applause. Felt like a bow, a thank you, and a goodbye, all at once. The aftermath and what lies ahead. For many fans and critics, this performance marked a new chapter in Taehyung's artistic journey. It wasn't just a highlight, it was a declaration. He has always existed at the intersection of music, fashion, and emotion, but Love Your W 2025 solidified that balance. It showed the world that Taehyung is not just a singer or a model. He is a creator who sees the stage as a canvas. Every sound, movement, and glance is deliberate brushwork. Fans are now hoping for more. A solo concert, a behind-the-scenes documentary, or even a fashion film inspired by his performance. Industry insiders predict that luxury brands will soon line up for collaborations, drawn to his ability to merge visual beauty with emotional storytelling. Critics have begun calling him the visual poet of K-pop. And perhaps that's the best way to describe him. A timeless statement. More than just a video, the Love Your W 2025 performance stands as an artistic statement. A testament to how music in motion can express the inexpressible. It reminds us that true artistry doesn't shout. It whispers and still manages to move mountains. Taehyung transcends the idol image. He isn't defined by fame or trends. He is defined by the sincerity of his expression, by the way he can transform a stage into a moment of shared humanity. As the video continues to circle the globe, being rewatched millions of times, one truth becomes undeniable. Kim Taehyung doesn't merely perform, he communicates. His art isn't about spectacle, it's about connection. Every note, every gesture, every breath reminds the world that beauty exists not in perfection but in presence. And maybe that's why one comment under the viral video resonated more than any other. He isn't just part of an era, he's creating one. Because that night, under the golden lights of Love Your W 2025, Kim Taehyung didn't just perform. He made history.